Hey there YouTube, it's Nick with Feeding Fitness. Today I'm going to be doing a video on one of my favorite subjects. Today I'm going to be talking about flexible dieting. Now, a lot of you may have never heard of this before, but rest assured, flexible dieting is nothing new. Lately though, it's gotten a bit of a name change. The more common name flexible dieting is being referred to as is if it fits your macros, or simply the acronym IIFYM. So for this video, I'm going to use the terms interchangeably because they mean the same thing, and I'm going to tell you what flexible dieting is, why I love it, why some people hate it, and how you can use it to really look your best while still eating foods that you really love. So let's break down the basic idea of flexible dieting, or if it fits your macros. Now when you think of a common diet, and when I say diet, I don't just mean weight loss. Some people immediately hear diet, they're trying to lose weight. Well, sometimes you're dieting to build muscle or gain weight, or there's all sorts of different goals. Dieting really just means you're eating with a purpose. You have a goal in mind and you're eating foods that are going to help you achieve that goal. So with most diets, popular ones, people tend to do one of two things. Their diet is either a list of do's and don'ts. I can eat this, I can't eat this. I can eat at this time, I can't eat at that time. I can have this many meals, I can't have that many meals. Or their diet is simply a list of meal plans. You go out and you buy whatever fitness celebrity's book, and they give you 30 breakfasts, 30 lunches, 60 dinners, and you pick one of each and that's your diet. I don't like either of those. Not at all. Alright, first of all, let's look at the do and don't lists. This is like your Atkins diet. You can eat whatever you want that has no carbs. So your do list is anything without carbs, and your don't list is anything with carbs. Or you have plenty of diets like that that have what you can and cannot have. Here's the problem. What if your favorite foods are on the don't have list? Then you're trying to say you're going to eat every single day not having your favorite foods? There's going to come a point where you're going to break and you're just going to want to eat the things you love the most. I couldn't even dream of doing a no-carb diet. I love carbs. I run on carbs. It's not going to work for me. So having that do and don't list, nah, can't do it. Meal plans. Meal plans are great at first. It's all fun and exciting. You've got these new meals and you've got this grocery list, and you go and you're buying all the things for your meals, and then at the beginning of the week you meal prep and you make 7 days worth of meals and this and that. Great at first. Then the meals start to get boring. Then the meals really start to get boring. Fast forward 6 months to a year, and you've been eating this same list of shitty food over and over and over. You've about had it. It's not a long-term solution. I like to think in the long term. I personally believe that whatever method you're using to obtain your goals must also allow you to maintain your goals. I'll hear this all the time. I'm going to eat this super restrictive diet to obtain my goal, then I'm just going to eat normal again. Well, when you start eating normal again, you're going to go back to where you were before when you used to eat normal. Eating normal got you fat in the first place. So you need to relearn how to eat. And so yeah, you lost all that weight doing your low carb plan, but you never learned how to eat. You learned how to eat low carb. So as soon as you take all those restrictions away and start eating normal again, you get fat again. So that's why those plans are stupid. Same with your meal plans. Once you hit your target and you're not trying to lose weight anymore, well, all you have are meal plans designed to help you lose weight. Where are your maintenance meal plans? Screw meal plans. Learn to cook, be creative. So what is flexible dieting, and why do I think it's so much better than these meal plans or food restrictions? Well, flexible dieting is basically the belief that you can eat whatever you want, providing it fits with your protein, carbohydrate, and fat goals for the day. Those are your macronutrients, and you can have whatever foods you want if they fit your macros. Hence the name, if it fits your macros. There are no foods you can and cannot eat. Yes, you can lose weight eating Pop-Tarts. Yes, you can lose weight having pizza. It's fine. There's nothing inherently evil about traditional junk food that automatically forces the body to put on body fat. On the same token, there's nothing magical about minimally processed whole foods. Your broccoli, chicken, rice, your steak, your whole grain bread, your whole grain pasta. There's nothing magical about those foods that prevent weight gain. If you eat enough of those whole foods, you can put on fat. If you eat little enough junk foods, you can lose fat. It's all about calories and energy balance. I've said this a million times and it's worth saying again. If you eat more than you burn, I don't care what you eat, even if it's 0 carbs, if you eat more than you burn, you will put on weight. And on the exact same token, if you eat less than you burn, I don't care if it's all garbage food, you will lose weight. Period. Point blank. There's no discussion here. This is the law of thermodynamics. This isn't a theory. This is a law. It exists like gravity exists. No matter how much you want it to be true or not true is meaningless. This is a scientific fact. Energy balance. It exists. It runs your body. It runs the whole universe. Quit arguing with it. All right. Now, let's get into a little bit about how to put If It Fits Your Macros into practice correctly, because there are ways you can do it wrong. It's not super foolproof. So, let's talk about the things that you might not be thinking about. Yeah, I said all you have to pay attention to are your proteins, carbs, and fats. Well, let me change that and say for the most part, that's all you have to pay attention to. There are a few other things that are important. First, micronutrients, your vitamins, your minerals, things of that nature. Those are important, and you have to be getting those in. I feel like If It Fits Your Macros makes that easy because it encourages eating a variety of foods. And when you eat a variety of foods in a first world country, you tend not to have micronutrient deficiencies, especially if you're taking a multivitamin at the end of the day too. When was the last time you met someone who had scurvy? You know, you're not seeing a lot of vitamin deficiencies in first world countries. I think there are some things that people may or may not be getting enough of, but if you eat a wide variety of foods and take a multivitamin, I think the dangers of micronutrient deficiency really aren't there. I think you're going to be fine. Second, you do need to get in a certain amount of fiber a day. Now, how much you need is kind of debated. I like to recommend between, at least 40 at the high side, maybe 70. Try and get your fiber somewhere in there on most days. So this prevents you from going balls to the wall junk food and eating nothing but crap because there's not fiber in a lot of that stuff. So what are a couple of rules you can follow to make sure you're hitting your micronutrients and getting your fiber? I like to say 2 servings of fruit and 2 servings of vegetables a day. It can be any fruit, any vegetables you want, but try and just get 2 a day. And try and vary them. Eat different ones on different days, and that's going to help make sure you don't have any micronutrient deficiencies. And vegetables and fruits like apples and whatnot, they have a good deal of fiber too, so it's going to help you on both paths. And following rules like this helps prevent you from taking something good, like If It Fits Your Macros, to an extreme. Anytime you take anything to an extreme, I don't care how good of a thing it is, you start to distort it and you start to turn a positive thing into a negative thing. There are idiots that will post on the forums all the time, well, If It Fits Your Macros is stupid, because according to that, I can eat nothing but whey protein, butter, and table sugar, hit my macros, and I'm going to be able to achieve my goals. Well, no, you're not, because you're getting no fiber that way, and you're getting no vitamins and minerals that way, and no one's going to eat that way. Who's going to eat protein powder, butter, and sugar? That's just stupid. Don't be an idiot, and don't take things to extremes. If It Fits Your Macros is all about moderation. Now, If It Fits Your Macros tends to receive a fair amount of hate. Basically, due to the group of people that do what I was just talking about, they take it to extremes. Nobody practicing If It Fits Your Macros correctly is going to tell you you can eat nothing but junk food. In fact, if you really examine If It Fits Your Macros, it almost prevents you from eating nothing but junk food. And let me explain why. First off, you have to hit your macros. That's the foundation of the diet. So if I personally am trying to hit 200 grams of protein, 80 grams of fat, and 300 carbs. This is just made up. We're going to take those numbers. I can't eat nothing but pizza and ice cream. I'm never going to hit my protein, I'm going to go way over on my fats, and I'm probably going to exceed my carbs. So that forces you to at least eat well balanced enough that you've hit your numbers. Okay, now let's take it a step further. Let's pretend for a minute I'm trying to lose weight, and my target calories for the day are 2,500. Alright, if I'm going to eat nothing but junk food, I'm going to hit those 2,500 calories very quickly, and I'm not going to be full. I'm not going to have any satiety. So if you're practicing If It Fits Your Macros correctly, the majority of your calories are still going to come from minimally processed whole foods. They have to, or else you're going to be hungry all day, and you're not actually going to be able to hit your macros. So really what we're saying is that the majority of your food should be healthy, minimally processed whole foods, but that there's nothing wrong with having a piece of pizza or a bowl of ice cream. It's not going to blow your diet. Can you eat the whole pizza? No. Can you have the whole pint of ice cream? Sometimes. But you can't do that all the time, especially not when losing weight. Ice cream is like my favorite food. I will eat an entire pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, but that's when I'm gaining. That's when I have 3,800 calories to work with. When I'm cutting down and calories are getting low, I'm eating almost all minimally processed whole foods because that keeps me full. But if I want to have 1 or 2 servings of some lower calorie ice cream, that's fine. If I want to have a piece of cake at work because it's somebody's birthday, I can work 300 calorie slice of cake into my diet if the rest of it is minimally processed whole foods. I think what most of you guys are doing are you're trying to just eat only healthy foods, and then when you do have the occasional piece of cake, you don't count for that. You just let that be in addition to what you're eating for your diet. So you're tending to go over on your calorie goals because you have the occasional snack. On the other hand, I'm going to have the snack every day, but I'm going to count it against my calories. So even though I'm having the cake, I'm not going over my calories. And that's where If It Fits Your Macros or flexible dieting works great. So to kind of wrap things up, let me hammer home some of the big points. First, you can eat the foods you like, and you can eat them every day, as long as they fit your macronutrient goals. Second, don't take this to the extreme. Don't use this as an excuse to eat nothing but junk. You can have some junk food, but you should still be getting the majority of your calories from minimally processed whole foods. It's the only way you're going to stay full enough to actually stick to your diet. Third, remember, there's nothing magic about whole foods that will prevent fat gain, and there's nothing evil about junk foods that will prevent weight loss. That's all about calories. Throw out the ideas that all you have to do is eat healthy to achieve your goals. It's very possible to have a six-pack eating ice cream every day, and it's also very possible to get obese eating nothing but healthy foods. Now, if you have any questions about flexible dieting, please throw them in the comments below or ask them over at the Facebook page. Links will be down in the description. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you're notified of when new videos come out. That's really all I have for you guys today. I really encourage you to think about If It Fits Your Macros and flexible dieting. Do it the right way. Don't take it to an extreme. Don't use it as an excuse to eat nothing but bullshit. But also, know that you can have your favorite foods in moderation. We'll see you next time, guys.